It's been a slow start, but Jackson County is starting to feel the effects of Hurricane Katrina. Patrice Clark is on the beach in Pascagoula with more.
Hi, I'm out here at the Pascagoula beach where the water and wind is picking up. My partner and I came out here about 2 hours ago, and it was pretty calm. Now, as you can see, the waves are coming over the barriers. I mean, it's amazing how the water and, like I said, the winds are picking up. I know that there is a mandatory curfew at this time, but anybody who is watching and thinking that, oh, I want to come out here to see the water, please do not come out here. It can be dangerous. Reporting from the Pascagoula beach, this is Patrice Clark, WLOX News.
Thank you, Patrice. And of course, our reporters from WLOX have been covering South Mississippi from one end to the other. Steve Phillips has been spending most of the evening in Biloxi, and Steve is going to give us just a snapshot of what is happening in Biloxi early this morning.
We couldn't resist the temptation to come down to the water here, down to the beach, right across from Edgewater Mall, since we've been hanging out at Sears at the Auto Center. And the water is really the thing that is most impressive with a storm like this. Let's face it, we live on the Mississippi Sound, which is a body of water that is not accustomed to producing waves like you're seeing out there right now. I think Greg's getting a shot at a little bit of the wave action. Here we are, he's hitting the water right now. I'm standing in water that's, I got my big boots on, so it's just over my ankles at this point. You can kind of maybe get a shot down the shoreline here, Greg. You can see the water in relationship to the boardwalk there. Now, certainly when the storm comes in, it's every belief that it will probably breach that boardwalk and get onto the highway if it's what they are predicting. The water is, you just get some sense of the power of Mother Nature being out here in the water and in a normal, otherwise calm Mississippi Sound, just hearing the waves, hearing the wind and water and the wind-driven rain out here gives you a true appreciation for the power of a hurricane as we get another wind gust right now. Just the water and all this water. Mike talks about the storm surge and the water and the flooding. That's what happens with a hurricane. Water from the Mississippi Sound ends up not only onshore but on roads, flooding rivers, flooding bayous. The water is quite impressive. The storm is impressive. We wanted to give you some sense of what it is right now here early in the morning when we are able to come down here on the beach and show you this. We won't be able to later, I'm sure.
Curfews are in effect for all coastal counties. That means local law enforcement officers are out and about trying to enforce those curfews. Jamie Goad is taking a look now at the process for us. Jamie?
Well, you will never guess where I am right now. I'm in the back of Sheriff Mike Bird's, Jackson County Sheriff Mike Bird's car, and no, I'm not in trouble. In fact, we're just driving around. We're doing what deputies do during this time of a storm. They're driving around, checking out the streets, making sure people are heeding the curfews right now. So let me go ahead and talk to Sheriff. What exactly do deputies do at this time in the storm?
Well, this time during the storm, you have a lot of people gone because of the evacuation. They're checking folks' property. We're checking businesses to make sure no one's looting. We've caught several people that were out after the curfew, but they were lost. They were from another state, and we sent them on their way towards Florida. We've had a couple of bad accidents out here by the state line. We had a car roll over. A lady hurt pretty bad. And we've recovered a stolen gun from another state. Got a subject in custody on that.
Wow, so y'all have been pretty busy.
Been pretty busy, answering a lot of calls. We've had, believe it or not, several domestics, folks fighting, and had one overdose.
Behind me are the lights of downtown Gulfport early on a Monday morning, and now you can no longer differentiate road from Jones Park. We're going to take a walk right now. This is what Katrina has brought to the area. Nothing but water. This used to be in the small craft harbor area. Now there's about 6 inches of water covering what is a parking area. We're going up on the grass, and you can see now that the water has spilled literally into Jones Park. And if you look far enough, Bill, you can actually see that there are some ducks swimming in what has become a pond made by Hurricane Katrina here in the downtown Gulfport area. That's their way of riding out this hurricane as it heads right toward the Mississippi Gulf Coast. There are actually a couple of sailboats that did not leave the small craft harbor. It will be interesting to see over the next 24 hours what happens to those boats. We pray nothing happens to them. We pray they cause no damage to the harbor area. So many people did evacuate their boats. The ones that are left, we can only hope that they are not damaged too severely by the winds and the storm surge that is predicted to come in because of this hurricane. Right now, you see the signs right over my left shoulder. They're flapping the way signs usually flap as a hurricane approaches. They'll probably flap more and more as this night goes along. And above us, a pine tree. The pine tree is whipping in the wind. We expect that pine tree to continue to whip in the wind as this morning now goes along. It's still going to get worse, and we're here waiting to find out exactly what worse turns into.